Let's come and do this again. Something like, good afternoon, Pokesports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 13 battle using a Ho-Oh, a Whimsicott, a Solgaleo, and all that stuff, plus a Hawlucha. I feel like we've never really used a Hawlucha on the channel before, and I thought that maybe I could come in as just kind of like your substitute teacher and play with a Hawlucha real quick. It's got a pretty interesting set. This is a rental code submitted by LinkOhWrongGame on Discord. So I do want to try that out. I want to see how we do. Let's get into our first game. All right, so there is something that I want to try out here, and it looks like we're going up against a pretty okay team to do that with. There's a Lugia and a Glacier and a Spectre. We're using the double horses there. The Ganondorf, the Solgaleo, the Cinderace, that thing. We're just going to go with the Solgaleo and the Hawlucha. And then in the back, what are we going to bring here? Should we go Ho-Oh versus Lugia here? Would that be fun? I think that would be fun. Let's make some fun battles. I don't know if this is necessarily the right pick, but it certainly is a fun one. So let's do that. And let's also bring... Should I bring the Thundurus here? I don't think I necessarily need to. There's not too much that the Thundurus is going to be trying to do here. Eerie Impulse for the Ganondorf might be nice, as well as the Lugia. And then what's my other option here? Kyogre is decent. Thunder could do some decent damage, and Bulldoze is always kind of nice. But I think the choice might actually be Thundurus here. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's do it. So I have a theory, because I haven't looked at how this team operates necessarily, but just looking at the movesets between the Solgaleo and the Hawlucha, I have a feeling, and a very strong feeling, that this is how we're supposed to do it. So I'm going to just execute the plan, and I'm going to explain it once it works. So we're going to send out Hawlucha and Solgaleo. This whole team's full shiny. LinkOhWrongGame spent a lot of time shiny hunting, I would hope. I'm just going to go Dynamax. What should I do here? Should I go Max Quake on the Ganondorf? Yeah, why not? Don't see why not. Let's do that. And then we're going to use Fling on the Solgaleo. We're just going to try it out. So I'm going to Dynamax here. I do have the weakness policy on my Solgaleo. So once I hit it with Fling, I believe two things are going to happen, right? My Hawlucha is holding a Salac berry, which I believe increases speed by 1. So that's going to make me outspeed the opposing Solgaleo. And it's a dark move, so that should trigger the weakness policy, right? Yeah, so that did all of 8 damage. Nice and fun. I'm eating that berry. My speed goes up by 1. The weakness policy triggers. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is fun. And now I have a Hawlucha just ready to go with Unburden. And it's an Oko. Okay, I mean, hey. Oh, I like it. Special defense is going to go up. I don't necessarily need the special defense to go up right now. I should have used it on the Solgaleo, and then the Ganondorf would have done less damage to me. But that's okay, because it's just going to use Sunsteel Strike on what? On my Hawlucha? That's a choice. Okay. I was about to say that did quite a bit of damage for a move that I didn't think would do all that much. All right, so here comes Lugia. I'm not particularly worried about the Lugia. I'm just gonna go for the Max Quake on the Solgaleo, I think. Try and take that down. And do I dare? Do I dare be cheeky? I think I'm gonna be cheeky here. I'm +2. There's no way that I don't, unless he Dynamaxes his Solgaleo. You know what? Why not? The Hawlucha exists to help others, and so far be it from me to deny the Hawlucha the opportunity to teach. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go for the Max Quake on the Solgaleo. With a +3, there's no way that we don't take that out. We're going to up our special defense again, and then the Lugia, being a specially offensive Pokemon, should do all of 6 damage to us. So sometimes you just got to watch a stomp. You know what I'm saying? It's the second time in like a minute that I've said, you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. All right, so let's bring out the Ho-Oh, because, you know, if you're going to bring out the Lugia, I'm going to bring out the Ho-Oh. Got to do it. And we'll end the game with a shiny Ho-Oh beating up a Cinderace. Sound fair? I rather enjoy that plan. I'm going to go ahead and Max Quake the Cinderace, because I do want to try and take that out. I guess I'll Sacred Fire. Yeah, I'll Sacred Fire. Why not? I guess you got to Dynamax something. That should still one-hit KO the Cinderace, even though it's Dynamax. Gigantamax? Gigantamax. Should still OHKO. In fact, does it outspeed? That's the question. Does a +1 speed Solgaleo, this whole game is for science, by the way, does a +1 speed Solgaleo outspeed a Cinderace? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I like this. Oh, and it was a crit. Well, I mean, we're just adding insult to injury. It's a very disgusting game so far. After this, my Solgaleo is going to fall back down to earth, and my Ho-Oh hopefully can reign supreme here. So here goes the Sacred Fire. Yeah. How dare? How dare you, sir? Yeah, no. Ho-Oh is way too specially defensive for that. Plus, I have the +1 special defense from Max Quake, so that is just not happening. Let's hit him with a Wild Charge. Let's just finish it up. But I like this strategy. Okay, so the Hawlucha and the Solgaleo, yep. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see you in the next game, I suppose. All right, let's go. Okay, so I think that strat was so nice, we're going to do it twice. So we're going to send out the Hawlucha, we're going to send out the Solgaleo. Did I look at what the other team is? No. Is it certainly a team from series single digits? Yep. Atticus has not played in a little while, and that's fine, because you know what? I'm bringing a Hawlucha. What else can I do here? Is it worth bringing the Thundurus here? I don't think so. I think actually it's worth bringing the Kyogre, even though there's the Rillaboom. Maybe there's the Ho-Oh that I can use to deal with the Rillaboom, and then the Kyogre I can bring in the back. It feels kind of dirty to bring this like caliber of Pokemon against that caliber of Pokemon, but I have been humbled before, right? If Atticus can go in with just the right mindset, he can absolutely body me, because I'm not the best player at Pokemon, but I will tell you that I am the happiest. I have a good time playing this game. I have a really good time. And once Scarlet and Violet comes out, I'm going to have an even better time, because hopefully, the singles scene is a little better. You know, I wasn't a VGC player going into this. I learned how to play VGC, and honestly, I think I do quite okay most of the time. But man, oh man, do I ever miss singles. Let's go Fling on the Solgaleo, and let's Dynamax and hit him with a Max Lightning. Is that worth it? Yeah, I don't actually know what the Milotic... I don't remember what the Milotic does. I might be walking, like, directly into a trick trap, but there will be some kind of priority, right? I think if I just go Max Lightning on Milotic, I should be okay. Because Hawlucha's Well, it's not going to go first now, is it? It's going to go after whatever prankster stuff that Grimmsnarl wants to do. Is the Grimmsnarl going to go for screens? Is it going to go for trick? That's the question. It can't go for trick, because what's it going to do? Trick a lagging tail onto me? It's still not going to do enough damage to take it out. Yeah, it's just going to set up a reflect. What am I worried about? So we're just bringing everything back to normal here. Flinging the Salac berry. I'm a little bit faster. I'm a little bit stronger. I like the lore of flinging a Salac berry onto the Solgaleo, right? Like, Hawlucha's just standing there with the berry in hand. It goes, it hits the Hawlucha, hits the Solgaleo, and he's like, painful, but what's this berry? Oh, I feel nimble. I feel like a hustler. Let's go. Let's move. But wait, I also feel stronger. This paper, it tells me that because I was hit with something I don't like, I get to be powerful. Infinite cosmic power, itty bitty living space. The Rillaboom's gonna go down. I mean, like, I'm fast. I'm faster. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better. Yeah, there we go. And then the max steel spiked for the Grimm. So in the first game, the G-Max was Cinderace. In this second game, the G-Max is Rillaboom. I see a pattern. Honestly, if my next opponent brings the G-Max Inteleon, I'm gonna lose it. I'm just gonna lose it. Grimmsnarl's gonna go down. Yeah, this is just depressing. Boing, 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 boing. Ow, the darkness. Good thing I have a little bit of defense in my life. Man, grassy terrain, it's such a double-edged sword for Sword and Shield. Such a double-edged attack, right? Because it's like, and the fact that it heals everything is just so unfortunate. Let's go for the coaching. Because honestly, I'm not going to OHKO anything. Let's just max Quake the Aggron. We'll do a little bit more damage to it this way. Because, like, my Solgaleo healing HP every single turn through grassy terrain that was not something that I set up. Like, that's, I don't know. It's not great, you know? For my opponent. I love it. I'll take it any day. Was that a Focus Sash Aggron? Yeah. Okay. You know what? I respect it. I do. Kind of? Yes. Yes, I do. Very much. I very much respect that. That's a lot of damage. So what's it going to do? Is it going to... Oh, it's just going to head smash. Oh, I like the animation for that. I don't think I've ever seen a Aggron head smash, or just a head smash in general. It jumps back and goes right in there. Zoot, zoot, zoot. Nice and low. So this time we'll Acrobatics the Aggron, and we'll, I don't know, just Earthquake. No, you know what? Let's treat this a little more seriously. There we go. He says after using Acrobatics on Aggron. I say that because I think it should take it out. It doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Oops. Yeah, it's fine. That made me look a little silly, but really it doesn't matter. Nothing that I'm doing matters right now. Aggron's going to head smash. I could have definitely ended this game this turn, but that's fine. How would I have taken out the Rillaboom? I guess if I Earthquake and Acrobatics probably would have done the job. I don't know. Let's bring out Ho-Oh and see if we can do it. Or is it Ho-Oh that I brought? Yeah. Oh, let's bring out Ho-Oh. And let's see if something similar will work. Right? Because Rillaboom's going to lose its Gigantamax. I'm just going to use the Earthquake. It's going to not be it's going to be immune to the Ho-Oh. We're doing it for science. Curious how much damage this is going to do for the Rillaboom. To the Rillaboom. Survey says nothing. Okay, so game would have ended this turn anyway. Was I doing that much BM? Yeah, kinda. Down goes the Rillaboom. All right, GG to this guy as well, bringing the G-Max Rillaboom. GG to the last guy for bringing G-Max Cinderace. Let's see if the next game we can go and get a G-Max Inteleon. Okay, and then this match here is not an Inteleon match, unfortunately. Instead, we get the heavy hitters. So let's see if this team can go up against the heavy hitters and still do all right. We're going to start with Hawlucha and Solgaleo. The Ho-Oh, I think, deals with the Zacian pretty well. Unfortunate thing is it doesn't really deal with too much else, and in fact, it's quite weak to most of that team, right? If you look at Kyogre, Zekrom, Tapu Koko, not fun stuff. The Thundurus might be a decent pick here. Just looking at type advantages here. I will take that. And then the last pick here, I think just kind of has to be Kyogre, which again has the same problem as Ho-Oh, where, you know, a lot of things do a lot of damage to it. But if my opponent's already bringing a Kyogre, the chance of rain being set already is actually pretty high. And, you know, they're going to be playing in the rain anyway. So I might as well put on my boots and splash around. You know what I mean? So let's go Kyogre. And let's see if we can make it work. You know what? Let's put our hands together. Let's think real hard about how a Salac berry thrown at a Solgaleo, a big dog, will trigger its insurance and give it all the power that it needs to conquer the rest of the game. So here's the thing. No, I was going to say if I just don't Dynamax and use Earthquake, then I can do a decent amount of damage to the Kyogre, but I think what I would rather do is just... I believe that the Hawlucha is faster than the Tapu Koko. Yes, it is. I can just fling onto Solgaleo. I think if I just use Max Quake on the Tapu Koko, then I have nothing to worry about. No, that's not true. What am I doing? Max Lightning on the Kyogre. That electric terrain does not do any favors. I don't know why I'm super afraid of this Tapu Koko. I just feel like it's going to do something that I don't really like. But you know what? It's okay because my Hawlucha is going to go first. It's going to use the Fling on the Solgaleo, and then it can die. Because, you know? So, anyway. Here comes Big Dog. Big Red Dog. Clifford! He's Clifford! Okay. I understand it now. Oh, never mind. Tapu Koko does go first. Tapu Koko one-shots. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's horrible. But you know what? Half of his HP just went off. The water spell. Oh, this is bad for me. This whole game is bad for me so far. Still, the Kyogre is going to go down. So we went 1 for 1. And honestly, your Pokemon going down is worth a lot more than my Hawlucha going down. We're going to go for the Kyogre of our... Oh, no, we're going to go for Thundurus. That's what we're going to while I look up Tapu Koko and find its speed stat. That's a speed stat of 130, my friends. And then Hawlucha. How fast is Hawlucha? That's 118. Yeah, that Tapu Koko goes fast. That's a little unfortunate. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Eerie Impulse. Eerie Impulse? Oh, wait a second. The Kyogre's not alive. What's the other Pokemon? It's the Yveltal. That's super fun for me. I feel like I should Scary Face it. Yeah, I am going to do that. I'm going to Scary Face it, and I'm going to do that. We're going to hope for the best. Obviously, they're going to Dynamax. Going to Dynamax the Yveltal. Go for a Max Darkness on my Solgaleo, but that should have been an Eerie Impulse then, not a Scary Face. Doesn't matter. Does it actually matter? Oh, no, now I'm thinking. I'm overthinking. Oh, we're good. Ah, the Prankster! Prankster on Dark. Prankster on Dark. See, these are the kinds of type matchups that I'm going to have to really think about if terrestrialization becomes a thing. When terrestrialization becomes a thing. Please don't kill me. Okay. Yeah. It's a fun strat. I'm piloting it bad. Let's see if I can't pull this one out somehow. I wasted a turn completely. So things don't look great for Michael right now. But you know what? This is just how it goes sometimes. We're going to go for the Thunderbolt on this. We're going to go for the... I guess we're going to go for the Origin Pulse. Yeah. That's just kind of going to be life right now. Still did decent damage to the Zekrom, not necessarily, you know, anything to write home about. Down goes Thundurus. Why did I go first? Oh, I have the Choice Scarf. That's right. And let's just end it off with the Bold Strike. You know what? Let's see a cool animation. Bye, Kyogre. Oh. And it like even returns to the field all crackly. That's fun. All right. Well, good game. That was fun. Let's go and take a look at the team. Let's get out of here. All right. So here's the team. Ho-Oh, Whimsicott, Kyogre, Solgaleo, Thundurus, Hawlucha. The whole idea, if you didn't understand it by now, Hawlucha uses Fling on the Solgaleo. You can see that Fling right here is a dark move, and dark moves are super effective against Solgaleo. It does tiny, tiny damage, only about 8 when you're Dynamaxed. But when that happens, you trigger the weakness policy. You also trigger the Salac Berry, meaning you get to give, essentially, your Solgaleo +1 speed. You get to make it super fast at the same time that you trigger the weakness policy. And that is honestly my favorite way of doing things with weakness policy, is triggering it with other effects. You know what I mean? So beat up is another strategy that I really like using on Pokemon like Solgaleo, where you know, you hit it once and you trigger the weakness policy, not necessarily on Solgaleo, but on other Pokemon with like Justified or things like that, that it consistently ups the statage. And then you have just a bunch of other great Pokemon, right? You've got Ho-Oh with Regenerator. Sacred Fire, Brave Bird, Earthquake is just a great set, great coverage. Lots of Pokemon do not like seeing or feeling fire, air, or earth. Kyogre, again, wonderful Pokemon. Whimsicott, I didn't use in this set because I was so dead set on using Hawlucha and Solgaleo in my lead. You can see in the last game that that's not necessarily always what you want to do. Especially if you forget things like, prankster attacks on an Eveltal when you bring your Thundurus. Anyway, another thing to note is that Hawlucha is not the fastest Pokemon in the world. Other Pokemon like Tapu Koko can severely outspeed and one-shot it. So there's a bit of a threat in that sense, but nobody's really bringing Tapu Koko except for kind of that last guy. That last person was the one person on the planet who was bringing Tapu Koko these days. Anyway, if you enjoyed this team, feel free to go and take it for a spin, take it for a drive. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below. Give a comment on what you thought about it. Tell me how you're feeling about Scarlet and Violet coming up. Are you excited for terrestrialization? Are you excited for changing types on people so that they can't hit you in with Prankster, or that they can't burn you, or that they can't do this, can't do that? Lots of new things kind of coming to the forefront now that it's a little bit closer. Anyway, I've been Mike. I play with one Pokemon on the field, clearly, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.